I'm Patrick Hangles, and I'm right here. I got Logan Kahn and Brett Marison. How we doing, guys?
Good.
All right, Brett. So tell us what's going on in the NHL right now.
Well, the NHL, the first place in the league right now belongs to the Dallas Stars, tied with the Montreal Canadiens, and I didn't expect the Stars to do so well, considering how bad they were last year.
No
but they've
one
really
does.
really stepped up their game. They really have.
You didn't really hear much about the Stars in past seasons. They were always under the radar as one of those, kind of in the stellar teams. But now they really pulled up this year.
I think the addition of Patrick Sharp was a huge thing for them.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was definitely one of the reasons why they're doing so well. Let's look at the Blackhawks too. Twice in the past 4 years winning a Stanley Cup and are not even close to first place in the league.
Wow.
That doesn't mean that it's early in the season.
It is early, but still, that
Just
that doesn't look good for them. Doesn't look good for them.
It doesn't.
And the best team in the New York, New Jersey area, the New York Rangers, still at this moment. I don't think that's ever going to change.
The Rangers?
You don't know it's hockey. Hockey's a very unpredictable game. It can always change.
Yeah.
It can always change.
I just don't know if it can though. They're just so good this year.
It's still early in the season though. We're still in December.
True.
You still have injuries, and you can still have other things.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got, Logan? What do you got for me here? Everything right here.
A big injury so far this season is Connor McDavid. He broke his clavicle, and there's also
Sorry, Oilers fans.
yeah
Nothing to look
year
forward
one
to
hope
now.
this year.
Edmonton.
you know-
Tisk.
You know what? I mean, they still play okay hockey. It's just they're not a great organization. But I mean, Connor McDavid, like you said, was their last hope to actually be half decent, and now he's gone.
I know it's really
Kind of
amazing.
sucks.
It's really amazing looking at where this Edmonton team came from in the '80s when the Gretzky years when they had all these great players. Gretzky, Messier, Grant Fuhrer, Jari Kurri, all these great players. And now after Gretzky left, it seemed that after they won the Cup in '90 without him, they just haven't had that same spark.
The last time they were really good was when they made it to the finals against the Hurricanes, when the Hurricanes beat them
Yeah.
in that Game 7. And they haven't been that good since.
Yeah.
They've been at the bottom of the league every year.
Did you guys see that video of them getting booed off the ice by their own fans?
Yes.
I've never seen that out of Edmonton. I've seen that in Toronto. I've never seen that out of Edmonton. When I saw that, I was so shocked.
I know.
Last year they were so bad that they tried the flying V in the game. Like seriously, they tried the flying V.
Where's Emilio Estevez to watch that game when you need him?
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Where's Gordon Bombay?
I know,
Yeah.
man.
But
Flying V.
they,
Is that even legal?
it's legal, but they got the puck stolen from them and they got scored on in
Well,
that play.
I would have loved to watch that.
Well,
Seriously.
one thing I want to say is about these Mighty Ducks movies. What the heck? Like, why none of these plays work? And we watch them thinking, yeah, sure, this is. We watch them when we were kids, going, oh yeah, that's cool. But now that we're hockey players, Logan and I are on the hockey team. We're thinking, this is stupid. Like you're watching the game, and there's like an interference there, a hog tie there. I don't know how you could do that.
Where'd you make that
Okay,
up?
guys, let's just bring this back to the NHL, not a fictional movie. But how about another big injury was on the Bruins. Daniel Paille, I believe, broke his leg, and he is out for the remainder of the season.
Sucks for Boston. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
I mean,
Still better than Florida.
I never even said anything about Florida there. So,
And the Rangers are just chilling on top.
Just wait.
Patrick, you don't even know what team you root for. I've seen you on Facebook wearing Devils jerseys before, so you could
I've
stop.
I've seen you wearing Devils, Blackhawks,
Rangers. I think I've seen an Islanders picture one time in your house.
All right, that is a lie. That is a pure lie. I never, ever, ever wore an Islanders jersey. You are a liar, Brett
No,
Marison.
not a jersey. I thought I saw some. I think I've seen something with the Islanders in your house. Well, I don't know what's next. I feel like next time you're gonna.
Those were skate guards.
You're gonna wear like a Canuck. You're gonna wear like a Canucks jersey next time I see you.
I
You're gonna say,
actually-
"Now I'm a Canucks fan."
I actually have a
Yes, he
Canucks
has a
jersey
Canucks.
from like '94.
Seriously, what fan are you though? You have no reason.
I'm a hockey fan, all right?
I'm a hockey fan.
I like watching hockey, all right? It's a great sport, and you know what? Whenever a game's on, I'm like, all right, cool, watch a good game tonight.
Logan.
Let's
Okay, so what if it's a Ottawa Senators versus Edmonton Oilers game? Are you gonna watch it? Battle of the basements down there?
You got me there, Logan.
Exactly.
Hey, Logan,
Ottawa beat
you
Chicago.
may have won that battle.
Hey, Ottawa beat
Possible.
Chicago last night, so
We'll see.
hey,
All right, guys, let's talk about this. What do you guys think of the new coaches challenge rule? Because a lot of people are arguing about it. A lot of critics think it's not really that effective. I personally think the challenge is a great way to improve the game in the NHL. What do you guys think about it?
I have not heard about that one.
You haven't seen it?
Wait, what are we talking
The
about?
coach's challenge rule. Do you,
Where they could overrule a call.
yeah,
Like
after
in
the
football?
yeah, but it has to be during stoppage of play where if you don't agree with something, like if there's a goal scored and you think there was an offsides on it, you can tell the ref that you want to challenge that, and they will review that for you, and the goal could get called back.
Is there like a limit amount of times that a coach can do that?
I think it's like the NFL. Each coach has 2 challenges.
Mm-hmm.
If you lose your first challenge, you get charged with your only timeout,
Mm-hmm.
and you lose your timeout. So it's like the same thing with football. There's 2 challenges,
I feel like hockey already has this rule.
but it was never implemented by the coaches. It was always automatically reviewed by the refs if they weren't sure of it. But now the coaches have the right to do it, which because you usually couldn't review an offsides on a goal.
Yeah, but
You usually couldn't review that. They usually just reviewed if the puck crossed the line or not,
yeah.
or if there was goaltender interference. But now you can review if there was an offside, if the puck hit the netting out of play before it came back down into the game.
Mhm.
But there was a screw up last night in a Nashville, Florida game where the refs actually blew the whistle to review a play as play was going on. And this is what's making the critics criticize this rule because refs don't really know when to implement the challenge,
Yeah.
when to listen to it. So what do you
Right.
guys think of this challenge rule?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like I think we've had this rule. I think for a while. Like if you go back to like the '93 Cup Finals with
The scoring
Mont-
review.
with Montreal and the Canes, know that there was that one game where Martin McSorley, the Canes scored a goal, and then Jacques Demers, coach of the Canadians, argued with the ref based on McSorley's stick curve. He believed he had an illegal stick, and the goal got called back. And that was kind of a turning point in the series. But going back to the coaching rule,
But now it's a permanent rule.
now it's a permanent rule, and I think maybe it's a good idea, but I think it should be limited because I feel like the coaches might use that to an unfair advantage in order to try to break down the team they're facing.
Yeah, like I've seen things get called good goals off a challenge that should not be called goals. So for that aspect, I think it's great. But there are some things that there kind of is no point in challenging that are getting challenged. And the one good thing I think about is that you're kind of correcting a referee. It's like if the ref missed an offside on a goal, great, you corrected it and you're making the game more entertaining. But if the ref doesn't agree with you, I mean, he could call it different. I mean, we've seen it numerous times this year.
Mm-hmm.
And the people in the replay centers don't always get it right. For all we know, they don't always know what they're looking at. What do you think about it?
It depends how it's used. If what you're saying, if they use it to an unfair advantage, then they should stop it. But if they respect the rule and they just do it right, then I think it's fine.
You think it's fine?
But in other news, another big headline, the All-Star Game. It's going to be a 3-on-3 tournament.
I'm not a fan.
Bullshit.
You know, I think it's cool that they're trying to do something different, but I don't know if they should have gone down that path.
And another news for the vote. Number 1 right now is a player that has 1 assist this season in 5 goals in his career, and he is leading the polls for
Who is
top
it?
pick. I forget his name. I forget his name.
What team is he on?
Phoenix, I believe.
Phoenix. Don't?
No, he has 5 points in his whole entire NHL career.
How long has he been going for?
A couple years.
Mm.
So
He must be an enforcer.
Yeah, he is.
he must be.
He is, but it's
basically.
basically people are just voting for him because they think it's funny that they could have someone with no talent or anything in the All-Star game.
Well, I don't think it's fair to say that an NHL player has no talent.
Well, I mean for the NHL in that league. If you can only get 5 points in the NHL, you're not one of the better players in the NHL. You're one of the worst players.
But you're still good enough to be in the league.
You are, but I'm not saying you aren't good. He's a good hockey player. He made it to the NHL. He's making money off it. For the All-Star game, he is not a right fit because he sucks compared to everyone else in the All-Star game.
Are they picking captains for these 3-on-3s? Have they done that yet?
No,
Or
they're not picking captains
not picking
because
captains.
they're voting for everyone in different areas, like different divisions.
Right. And anyone who will watch this will probably not have seen this Jaromir Jagr tweet telling Florida fans to not vote for him because he doesn't want to die in 3-on-3. So guys like that leading the polls. He's 4th in All-Star voting right now. Who's actually 2nd in All-Star voting? Did you know who was
I
behind
do
him?
not know.
Yeah, no, I don't know how this 3-on-3 thing is really going to work out. I was so used to watching a regular game,
Yeah.
which was not that fun to watch anyway. But for the fans, like they showed the festivities and stuff. Like it was really fun to just be there.
Yeah.
Because the Hockey All Star Weekend's kind of cool.
Yeah, just like all the shootouts and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I love the hardest shot competition. Is my favorite.
That's
Zdeno
gotta
Chara is still gonna win.
I really like watching the skills competitions too, especially like the shootouts and how creative they can be. Like like throwing your glove and like flipping it backhand, one hander, something like that.
I love when they do the skills competition and they have like at the end you have to take the shot
Mhm.
and the goalies just go insanely try hard and make these like unbelievable saves
Yeah.
to make sure that the opposing team doesn't get the point. Like you saw like there was at least 3 saves last year that were on like SportsCenter top 10 just from All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, I remember actually from one All-Star game, the goaltender was taking a selfie while his teammate scored on him.
Brian Elliott.
Yeah, that was
a
really
good one.
funny.
No, when someone took a little kid and had him shoot the puck on Brian Elliott, and then another guy came and took Johnny Gaudreau, who was 18 years old at the time, as a rookie, and made him shoot the puck on Brian Elliott.
Yeah, I believe that was funny too.
Yeah, that was fun, but I don't really know how this is gonna play out. Just the 3-on-3 tournament and everything. Like, are fans really gonna enjoy it as much being there?
I don't know. I mean, with the 3-on-3,
There's a lot of
tournament,
downtime between the games.
Yeah,
first of
the
all.
ice is going to open up a lot more, and it's going to have more high scoring. But sometimes that could be like kind of like a boring thing for a game because I like games that actually like not like solo scoring, but like not like high scoring either because I feel like there's more tension involved.
And the goalies don't try as hard in the All-Star game, so these are going to be really high-scoring games.
Yeah.
They're going to be really high-scoring games. Like the regular All-Star game, I think last year's All-Star game ended up being like a 15-14 score.
Mhm.
Because there's no defense, and the goalies don't really want to hurt themselves, so they don't try that hard. They make the easy saves, but they don't try to go all these acrobatic, crazy things.
Mhm.
So I don't know how they're going to like this, because there still is going to be no defense, and they're going to get shelled every time.
I know.
I mean, I just don't understand how this is going.
Yeah.
But the competitions are still staying the same, right? The 3-on-3? The 3-on-3 is different, but the skills competition.
Yes, it's all the same.
That's all.
They're also like they're getting they're drafting people for the skills competition, I believe too.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah,
I always like that.
another part of the All-Star game that I really like is the target practice. When they put targets on each hole of the net. And,
Oh, that's always
yeah,
The
fun to
record
watch.
right now is 2 shots
2 shots.
to knock out all 4.
Didn't Jeremy Roenick do that or something like that?
Yeah, he
set a
hit the
record.
top left corner and it fell down and knocked out the bottom one, and then hit the top right corner and it knocked down both of them.
Wow.
I kind of miss the East versus West aspect of the All-Star game. I don't really love that now. It's like one year it was Team Chara and Team and Team whatever. I don't really like that aspect anymore. I think everyone liked when it was East and West better. I think a lot of people like it now, but still a lot of people liked it back then better because you could root for whatever conference your team was in.
Yeah.
And did they play for anything in that, or no? Was it just was just for fun? Was it like baseball? How like your team got home field? Did you play for home field advantage in the World Series?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, but still, I mean, I miss the East-West atmosphere. Like, it's just, it was so cool to watch the conferences play each other, because then you could see what's the best conference in the league.
Yeah.
You could totally see it. Now you really can't tell. You just know, okay, all these guys are the top players in the NHL. They're all really good and they can all play together well, but they're never gonna look this good off the All-Star game.
Yeah.
But let's wrap it up because we're running out of time.
Alright.
So, thank you for watching Stick Talk. I'm Logan Condon.
I'm Brett Mayerson.
And I'm Patrick Hangles, and Logan, it's stick time.
I did say Stick Time.
You said talk.
Stick Talk, Stick Time.
Alright.
It's all a blur.
We'll see you on our
You're
next
done.
edition.
See ya.